106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Wow!
Welcome back to the Blues Brothers Minute. This is the show where we review and discuss the film The Blues Brothers 2 minutes at a time. My name is Tom Taylor. Over here to my left is Mike DeMaria.
All right, Tom, tell me what movie this is from. Cinnamon, okay. It's got a good taste.
That's American movie.
Yes.
It took me a second. That's American movie.
The reason I said that is because I knew you'd get it, but I thought you might forget the title of the movie because we haven't referenced that movie in a long time.
I know, it actually took me a minute.
Is that
It's got a good taste.
It's all right.
God love you.
It's
Jesus
okay.
love you. Everybody else help you.
Yeah. There's something to live for.
There's something to live for. Jesus told me so.
Yeah. Cinnamon.
I went to that movie by accident.
It's got a good taste. I was there with you.
You and I saw it on purpose together, but I went and saw it by accident with my friend Brian. We were trying to see the new Errol Morris movie at the time, and we were just in the wrong theater. And that's the end of my tale about American movie. Oh, also over here, you heard his voice already, but now you get his name, Dan Lewis.
Yeah, I've already technically taken part. But how the hell are you? How you doing? How you doing this week, Mike?
It's not like you've never been here on the show.
A week has gone by. Are you still feeling nauseous?
A week has not gone by.
Oh.
Did you ever barf? Did you barf a week ago?
No, it wasn't
right
a
on the
week
edge
ago.
last week.
It was literally 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
He's delirious. He still must be very sick. Yeah. Time means nothing to people as sick and delirious as
They call it
Mike.
the fourth wall when it's
sad.
Podcast.
The fourth wall is time, as you know.
God damn it!
Listen to that. Oh, he's going through some sort of time warp. Oh my God. I think he's barfing right now. He's barfing Christ. Bits. Hey, listen. Today, we're going to talk to you about minutes 97 and 98 of the Blues Brothers, the John Landis classic. In these minutes, the Blues Brothers pull up to a gas station while the band surveys the Palace Hotel ballroom, and they get a pep talk from Curtis. And then back at the gas station, Elwood tries to woo Twiggy, who does not want the bugs cleaned off of her windshield.
Want I should
clean the dead bugs off your windshield. No, says she. I'm in a bit of a
hurry. You got some extra content here from Curtis.
Yeah, definite extra content.
You do. It is extra, and it's weird.
Yeah,
that's something to discuss. Before we get to that, can I just quickly say we were saying a week ago, back when Mike was sitting in the bathroom about to barf, I was saying that it's weird that we get an establishing shot of the hotel, and then they cut to Jake and Elwood pulling into the gas station, and then here we see that they immediately cut back to the Palace Hotel ballroom with the band, and I think that's weird. I don't get why they do that. They do an establishing shot and don't go to what they just established. They go to something else first and then go to it.
It's very strange.
I find that odd. Yeah,
definitely.
I'm gonna get over it, but it's weird.
Mm.
And Murph is very optimistic. He's dazzled by the size of that room and how it's gonna be jumping tonight. And I never realized before what an optimistic weirdo Murph is.
Yeah, Murph is.
He's a classic.
He's like, sure, paint, cross out the thing on my car and paint something else on it with spray paint. I don't mind. I'll just go with the flow.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, good idea. I got a dancing neon hat on my head.
He's like, what a room. And he goes, a classic.
A classic.
Yeah. Nope, nothing wrong here.
When Elwood is trying to fill the tank of gas in the Bluesmobile with a nozzle that's obviously not working, he's wrapping something around it. Is that to hold it? He's got like a white cloth.
You already know more about this than I did. I didn't even know that he had something around the gas tank or anything. I just saw him tying something.
Like he's tying it, like it doesn't have that mechanism that holds it down, so he's improvising one, like a tourniquet.
Oh, God, weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is.
Or is there no gas cap? Or is there no gas cap and that handkerchief was like the...
Oh, and he's like pulling out the makeshift gas cap?
Too.
Yeah, the plug. Yeah.
That could
very well be it.
That's weird. I'm just checking it out again.
You just better hope nobody follows you and lights that thing like a Molotov cocktail.
All right.
Right. Gosh, maybe that, I don't know though. But then it does look like it's like a distance from the car, like it is over the gas, whatever pump thing. I don't know. It's very
Yeah.
weird.
I don't like it.
But yeah, Curtis comes out. The band is checking out the place. Murph is all excited about the room. Mr. Fabulous is not so impressed. It's a barn. They're never going to fill it. And Cab Calloway comes in and says, "We got to fill this place. There's a lot of kids counting on us."
God damn it.
And in the real movie, Steve Cropper says, like, "Why? What are you talking about?" And that's the end of the end of the scene. They cut back to Jake and Elwood at the gas station. But in this extended version, Cab Calloway tells them the whole thing. Like, yeah, they're donating the band's cut of the profits to the Calumet County thing and the stuff, and the $5,000 in the tax assessors and
like
orphans.
Yeah.
And the band goes,
What?
"What?" in unison. That's kind of funny. I don't. This is a weird cut and a weird thing to include, and I don't know how I land on it. It's almost weird that they cut it out. It's like a sort of solid joke. It makes sense that it would be in there.
On at all? Do they develop it at all, or are they pissed that they're not going to get paid? Or
we don't know yet.
Maybe that's why they cut it out, because they don't seem to have any reluctance to play from that point on.
Yeah, you don't really need, unless you're going to continue with that story, kind of. Then you don't really need that. Yeah, you don't really need to do that.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I kind of go with that. They didn't need it. Everybody in the movie already knows it. Everyone in the theater already knows why they're doing it. They don't need to repeat it for them. We cracked it. I'm not worried about it anymore. Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lloyd's Tire Clinic.
Yeah.
It's one of these walk-in clinics.
Oh, wait. Is Lloyd the name of our buddy? Lloyd's our buddy at the beginning, isn't he? Ah, okay.
That's Floyd, isn't it?
Was it Floyd? See? Oh, God.
Is it Lloyd or Floyd?
No, it was Lloyd. It was Lloyd.
It was Lloyd. I'm
Oh,
looking at the sound file for that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not
Unless I
try to
named it
tie.
wrong, that's Lloyd.
We're thinking too much into this now.
This is Lloyd's identical cousin,
complex.
Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the Marvel universe. But it's with,
Yeah. In the Lloyd spin-off movie, there's two Lloyds, one with a gas station and one with a sign that says, "Please remember not to loiter."
Yeah, that's
and they combine their powers.
And when I say loiter, I mean Lloyd.
Lloyd-er.
Yeah.
Hey.
This guy might be Lloyd, but the other guy's Loiter.
Yeah. Jean-Luc Lloyd Picard.
Picard.
Jean Lloyd Picard.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Oh.
I got nothing.
You got nothing else, huh?
Yeah. There's going to be a tight one, everybody. Dan's got a hard out. His mom's in town.
No.
After
it's
a week.
Soft out. Come on now.
Oh, okay.
When did she arrive?
She got in Thursday.
Oh, she's been there for an extended.
Tuesday
Is she staying? She's staying with you guys?
Yeah, she's staying for a bit. We're also going to go out of town. Like I said, we're going to Sea Ranch. She came in. I had a comedy show yesterday.
Oh boy, here we go.
San Francisco Sketch Fest.
Oh, that's going on now?
We were on the last day of it. So
we
were kind of like the headliners, you might say. We were on the last day.
Nice.
But, except for you wouldn't say that, because the headliners were several probably famous comedians were headliners.
You've been gearing up for a monologue that you had to do. Was that
yes,
part of
I did the monologue as a king.
How'd that go?
Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah, it's like me giving a presentation as a king of medieval king. And
oh, nice.
I was trying to sell feudalism to a group of serfs as a like the way you would sell a pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that scene from History of the World where they're trying to sell plumbing. Pump the shit right out of your house.
Pump the shit right out of your house.
Plumbing. We got plumbing. Pump the shit right out of your house. Nothing. I got nothing for sale.
Nothing.
We just watched Spaceballs with my son the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a great movie.
It's not.
No, it doesn't hold up.
I agree.
That's one of those movies, like if someone is about 3 or 4 years younger than you, they love it.
Yeah.
Like if you're the right age for it, then
but it isn't peak Mel Brooks. I mean, it's off the mark a little.
Not at all. It's it's weird. Like the acting in it is so, and you go back, you're like, okay, I guess this happens a little bit in his other movies, but it's like, it's super like, I'm saying the punchline of a joke.
Yeah.
I'm an actor in a film.
Yeah, kind of too
I'm saying all
winking.
the lines that are on the yeah, it's just like real. It's like to the back row, and it's super just winky and just weird. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, but his other
settle
movies
down.
weren't like that. Like
No,
High
you're right. They're not. I
Anxiety.
don't know why I said that.
I mean,
High Anxiety was fabulous.
they were a little, but they were a little something about the way Marty Feldman looks at the camera. It's better when Marty Feldman does it, you know.
Well, you know what
Yeah.
that is though. Marty Feldman did what the old Mr. Roper did.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the Mr. Roper technique. So
sly aside.
no.
Yeah.
It's with the breaking of the fourth wall when he would do the zinger and they'd look right at the camera to let you know.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Marty
You're in
Feldman
on the
did
joke.
that too in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Twiggy has a false start. If you know what I mean.
Meaning,
Elwood's walking out and she's pulling up, but she's not pulling up as he walks out. He walks out and the car is not moving, and then it's pulling
and
up.
it's like cue the
And,
car. Come on, Twiggy,
I feel
go.
that's your cue, Twiggy.
Right.
It's bad.
I know you're just a famous model from Britain,
That's
and
right.
you're famous for your young look and appeal and everything, but you should also just go when when Elwood hits his mark. Just go.
We should be clear here. The woman in the car who comes along, and that's Twiggy, famous model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she ever in a Muppet movie? I feel like she should have been.
Yeah, that seems like that should have happened, but I'm
or a
not sure
Muppet
why.
Show.
Or the Muppet Show.
I think
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
the Muppet Show.
If only I
the
had a computer that was connected to every other computer in the world.
The thing
then
I
could
don't
probably
like
look that
about
up really
this,
easily.
and it's not that I don't like it, but she's a famous British model. She's coming up in a British car, like an MG or something, right?
She has like
Yeah.
a Jaguar or an MG, yeah.
Yeah, a Jaguar. But the steering wheels should, to finish the joke, the steering wheel should be on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
They should have
Oh,
went
my
the extra
God.
mile and got an actual Jaguar
Right.
from England and
Yeah.
have the steering wheel on the other side.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
But that's just
I
me,
agree.
you know.
Yeah.
I like butter in my ass and lollipops in my mouth. That's just me, you know.
And you want to make a nickel and a dime in this business.
What movie, Tom? What movie?
Boogie Nights.
Right. I just want people to know that wasn't my line.
Yeah. The great Philip Baker Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Richard
love
Nixon
Philip
from
Baker
Robert
Hall.
Altman's Secret Honor.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
Philip Baker Hall, to my knowledge, was never on The Muppet Show, but Twiggy was in November of 1976. Yes,
That
season
makes
1.
sense.
He was great. He was great in Seinfeld as the library cop.
That's right.
Oh, Philip Baker Hall.
Forgot
Review
about
book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And as Larry David's doctor, one of his doctors in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Well, that's right.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
use the phone in the
That's right, he goes-
don't use the phone in the doctor's office. It's just a rule. Don't need to have a reason. There'll be a prick. There will be a prick. Oh, I agree. There'll be a prick involved. Yes, there will be a prick involved. One prick.
When he comes knocking on his door, his
Yeah.
house.
Oh God, it's great. Should link to those scenes. We'll
Good
link
program.
to those scenes. Classics.
Yeah, we're gonna link. We're gonna have a link festival.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Go
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Go crazy. Do some
Maybe that's
coke.
what our bonus show should be on Patreon, just like reviewing each episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's a terrible idea. Next.
If you have any ideas of what kind of content you would like to have as special content, please visit the listeners hole right now and give us some ideas on what you would like to hear as paying
Yeah.
members of the Patreon core.
Yeah.
Should we share the ideas that we've had
No.
and let them? No, you're right. We shouldn't.
No, not at this point. We're just going to start
No.
creating content.
Mhm.
If you want crap,
Yes.
you'll get crap. If you want something tailored to your likings, start telling us what you want.
Have some crap.
A show that says, I love this show. I love the Blues Brothers Minute and I love the Caddyshack Minute. I want to support these guys and help them out. And I want to get a cool bonus show for doing that. So what is it I want to hear from these guys that I'm not already getting?
Right.
That kind of thing. Right?
Yeah. Give it some
Sure.
thought.
Right. Power to the people.
What is Elwood stealing from Lloyd's, by the way?
I think there's like fan belts.
Oh, is it?
I think
For
it's
some reason I wanted to
It's
say it
like
was
air filters or fan
No,
belts
they're
or
belts,
something.
Yeah.
it's right next to a
But I don't
Valvoline.
understand like what the point of all that is.
He's
I think it's
kinda
just
like
that
a
it's there
random,
and he's just taking
yeah.
stuff.
Like
think
the
he's
way
a
he's doing it,
kleptomaniac.
it
I
looks
think
important. It looks like he's going to take it to the gig and play it like one of those, like a rubber band you pull, and then
Yeah.
you play it like a bass. Bong, 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 bong,
Like a
bang.
Jew harp.
Yeah.
This is not at all the same thing, but it reminds me of him like testing out the toaster at Ray's Music Exchange
Yeah,
with the piece of bread. Like
the
it's
way
just,
he
he's doing
does
his
it,
thing.
he's very creepy.
Yeah, the way he does it. He's like, I'm here in the store. I might as well take some fan belts or whatever
Yeah,
I'm
it's
taking.
really
Or I'm
weird.
here in the store. I'm going to try out this
Well,
toaster.
here he's
with this
actually
toast.
stealing. He's stealing it. Like he
Just
stole the
stealing
industrial
stuff.
glue.
I wouldn't get behind that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's a little. What are these?
Yeah.
You should not
You
steal.
shouldn't steal.
You ever stolen anything? Like an object? You ever gone to a store and
We
taken
talked
something
about
that didn't
this,
belong
right?
to you
Didn't
that
we
you didn't
have?
pay for?
Um,
I feel like we did. We must have.
yeah.
It seems like
Mike was constantly stealing dirty
I've
magazines.
explained
Yeah.
this on the show. I stole
You
dirty
explained
magazines.
you have.
When you
I
find
stole lunches from my school cafeteria.
All right.
I used to do that on a daily basis.
Do I remember
I
that
eat-
synopsis?
how
That-
much
that
are you
whole-
in the black? Do you know?
Yeah. You got
my
the world
soul
on a
is
string.
doomed. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing penance now.
Well, in that you're in the red, but I mean financially you're in the black. Like how much
Yeah.
less money have you spent in life than you
How
should
many
have?
lunches and spank mags ahead are you in life?
I can't follow any of that stuff that you guys are saying. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, listen, when you found whenever there was porn in the woods and you found it, you wonder what its origin was. What beautiful son of a bitch
Yeah.
allowed what is the life of this porn? That's where it started, and now that it's here
Right.
in my hands as I brush the algae off of it and the moss.
Mhm.
Like you always wonder where it came from, but it came from people like Mike. Mike is the guy
Yeah.
that would. Mike would be. He's
Yeah.
the apotheosis of woods porn.
I've owned this porn for about 20 minutes. That's as long as I needed it. Off to the
Right.
woods it goes.
Right.
I'm the beginning and I am the end.
Yeah.
I don't think I used apotheosis right there, but anyway. Or he's
Nobody
the
knows what it
origin
means anyway.
story.
It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right then.
Yeah, but I've received it at both ends. I've plucked it from the
Gross.
I've plucked the fruit from the plant at the bookstore.
I'm told.
And
Yeah.
and then I've put it on its
I am.
journey through the woods, but then I've also found others in the woods, I'm told.
Yeah.
So I've
told.
Yeah.
Right.
You've done everything except produce the magazines yourself.
Yeah, I haven't gone that
Right.
far yet.
Yeah. No.
I like that.
It's like the triangular trade or something.
Triangular
it.
trade.
Uh,
That's not the best.
no, it's not.
That's
No.
not the best
That's
because that
cutting right
involves the selling of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Chattel
don't want to talk
slavery.
about that. Okay,
No.
let's leave that.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
It's not that
That's-
funny. It's not that funny
that's-
when you think about it.
Well,
that's
Mike
trading
did
sugar.
do the triangular nerd trade joke earlier, though. That was funny.
Yeah, we did that one.
That's true, and everyone laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
It's funny when it's
triangular
nerds.
trade involves the selling of sugar from the Caribbean for actual people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are we going with? Oh yeah, stealing stuff, lunch.
I
Porn.
stole a pack of gum when I was like, I still remember it. Like I just felt so guilty. I couldn't just do it
Mhm.
with the kind of blithe impunity that Mike stole with. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just like horrified
Did-
by why did you do that? What sort of person are you? What
Yeah. You've saved
what,
25
you really
cents.
had to do that, didn't you? You little bastard.
How old were you? Were you like a kid or like a teenager or what?
Like seriously, like 5, 6.
Oh yeah.
It's one of my earliest memories. It was a Bubblicious.
That's how you started. Oh, Bubblicious. Well, come on.
Wait a minute. Does a 5-year-old actually steal something? Because they just take it and put it in their hands, and the parents always like, no, put that back. You can't just walk.
No,
out."
but I remember. I don't know how old I was, but I remember making the decision to be like, I think I'm just gonna kind of.
Yeah.
Take
If you remember
this,
feeling
you know?
guilty, then you must know you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, I knew. Oh, I know.
Oh, he knew. I stole a. I stole a Joy Buzzer from like the 5 and Dime in Darien, Connecticut for like no reason. I didn't even want it. I was like, oh, this will be. I was like, oh, it'd be weird. I could
Yeah.
take this and not pay for it and walk out of the store and
You
it'd be
paid
mine.
neither 5 nor dime.
Yeah,
finger.
sorry.
Yeah,
No 5s or dimes for you.
that's
And
what the 5 is for.
yeah, I immediately, like you say, I immediately felt horrible.
Yeah, you
And
just think,
Still,
what sort of life am you know that there's this basic rule that's been broken. This very
Yeah.
basic one of like, and you can tell even as a kid, you can't maybe put it into words, but you know that society is held together by people just not constantly doing whatever they want.
Right.
right.
The rule of law.
Yeah. Although I
stole
think there have
lots
been a
of
couple of
things.
times where I've stolen stuff and not known it or something. Like I didn't.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
I just like walked out of a store with something in my hand, like not even thinking about it, like not intending to even take it or buy it or steal it or anything. I just had it in my hand. I left, and like I got home, like, did I? I don't think I paid for
Oh my
this.
god!
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
that happens. Of course,
It's so much
They don't-
easier when you're
that's-
not thinking about it.
Yeah, that would be great if you had that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Like
tell you.
if you were like an amnesiac klepto, would be perfect.
Beautiful. Mike's got a story. It sounds
I
like.
got 2 examples. No, so I stole Rod Civil War bullets. I think I might have mentioned this in the Caddyshack minutes.
Oh, maybe.
So this kid this
No,
curly,
I don't think so.
and he's from Texas, and I went up to his room, and he had these like Civil War bullets. Now, I don't know if they were real or just like reissues, but they were just like these
Mhm.
slugs. And he had a box of them, and he left the room, and I stuffed like 3 of them in my pocket. And then I left, and then I felt horribly guilty for it. So instead of returning them and giving him back his Civil War bullets, I jumped the fence and over an apartment complex where there was a golf driving range across the street, and I just hurled them into the driving range.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was that.
Wow.
Wait, to like
That's
get rid of them?
strange.
Like you didn't
Yeah.
keep them, or
No,
wow.
because I felt too
Dad.
guilty. So instead of that's what I said
Oh,
as
man.
like a 10-year or an 8-year-old, and that's that. After I threw them into the,
No, I'm
No,
not
I just
guilty
decided.
anymore.
Real
Right, I just
greaseball
said
shit.
that's exactly what it was. I was doing greaseball shit
It's real greaseball shit.
because and
It's
I
between
threw
the
it out there, and
Italians.
I said I could just go back to his room and just hang out in his room. When he leaves, I could put him back, or I could just toss him into the woods or
Yeah.
into the driving range and just not worry about it anymore. And I did that.
Wow.
And then in 6th grade, I stole a kid's sweet tea. It's a sweet iced tea that he had. But this made sense
Yeah.
because it was during.
You were thirsty.
I was thirsty. It was during football practice in the summer. Like you have your like right before school starts, you have your practices to start, and it's always like really hot. We all had those old timey squeezer bottles. Remember the white, like the clear squeezer bottles? Dan, Tom has no idea about this.
Mhm.
Huh?
You know that this was before like all the
Yeah, now with more BPA.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like those were the weird ones. They had like the long tube that would like come up like a faucet and turn down, and you just squeeze it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, I know
You know
what you're
what I'm
talking
saying?
about. Yeah.
So we all had those. And it was like we were just doing conditioning, and it was 1,000 degrees, and we all just had water.
hmm
And I'm looking at this other one. I go, "What the hell's in there?" He goes, "It's sweet tea." I go, and it just blew my mind that someone would bring sweet iced tea in
Yeah.
their squeezer
So
bottle
gross, sweet tea.
at No, it wasn't. It was like.
Wow.
And he goes, I go, "Can you squirt some of that in?" Because you could just squirt it into the mouth. And he
Yeah.
squirted a little bit in my mouth. All right, that sounds really bad.
Into the
And
mouth.
I'm just gonna put that.
Yeah.
That's the bumper for the very beginning. It's totally out of
no,
context.
this is not. My kids are going to listen to this one
Alright.
day. So, and I said, "Oh my God."
Ew,
And I go,
Dad.
"That's sweet tea and it's so good."
Mm.
And then he went to do another drill, and I ran over and I grabbed it and I drank the entire thing.
Oh,
So I
you
stole his
jerk.
sweet tea.
yeah.
didn't
In
see me.
effect, you stole
Yeah.
it.
You know what sucks? Jesus saw you.
And then
Jesus.
one
told
more
me
I gotta
so.
say. This is and when I was 19, I stole a car.
Really?
You stole a car.
Huh?
Is that true?
What?
Was it a Jeep with a faulty transmission?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. The funny thing
Oh,
is you guys
alright.
thought I actually would steal a car.
Well, that's
I don't
because it
know.
sounds. We know your history
You
now.
said it like
sounds
you were
reasonable.
dropping the mic of truth or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're the type of
I
guy that
would've-
could steal a car. I'll be honest with you.
We wouldn't have judged you so harshly as a stupid 19-year-old.
Well, I'm not.
No, I did. It's a joke. But I'm
Well,
really concerned that everybody
alright.
thinks that I would do such a thing.
Well,
You know, I think he did, and now he's
you
kind of
guys backing off.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is how you run it. This is how
If I stole a
you bounce it off a crowd first before you take it to the confessional.
before I take it to the Catholic
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dan and Tom seemed to think it was cool. How many
The
rosaries
priest
is
comes
that?
in. Yeah, the priest comes into the booth and pulls me out by my ear.
Ow,
Hey,
ow,
hey,
ow,
Tom,
ow,
Tom's
ow,
on his own. Some bitch.
Talk to my co-host on the Blues Brothers Minute.
No, if I actually did that and I was going to come clean, that would be at the last show of this. It'd be at the last minute, like I did with the Jeep story.
We have the confessions.
So now you know, during the end credits of the Blues Brothers, you'll hear the riveting story of Mike stealing a car at the age of 19.
Well, maybe we should
It's going to be awesome.
start thinking about it, but at the very last show, we should maybe have one confession from everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be dark.
Could be.
Nothing wrong with that, though.
Could be.
We did that at
dark.
I don't know if I mentioned this or not. We did this in college, So we were at St. Leo. Dan knows this place, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we just when you're living on top of each other, you start to know everybody's business. It starts becoming really annoying.
Yeah.
Did I tell the story? So everybody were like it was like four of us, and we all started saying, "Well, where are you going? And who are you going to hang out with? Who you hooking up with?" In other words, and everybody's like, "God damn it, we just leave me the fuck alone." And I said, okay. And it was and it was kind of all of us were like trying to get into each other's business. Like, where are you going? What are you up to? You're up to something, aren't you? Right. We're constantly getting in each other's business, and we said, you know what? This is no way to go through the school year. We're gonna drive each other nuts if we're trying to figure out.
Get through life.
We're trying to kind of spy on each other and try to, I know you're going and hooking up with somebody, right? So we decided to say, listen, let's just leave each other alone. Let's make a pact. We're not gonna try to figure this out, but at the end of the year, we'll come clean. I said, we'll go up to the Waffle House. We'll go up to the Waffle House. We'll have some waffles. We'll the scattered, smothered, and covered, and we'll each lay it on the line. All right. And we'd all like just wink at each other, like when we knew, like, I'm gonna go do my laundry, and you come back like a day and a half later with your laundry basket. It's like, instead of saying, where the hell were you? We're like, okay. And we just look at each other. We say Waffle House. They're going to tell me at Waffle House. We're like, yep. And then we'd leave each other alone. So at the end of the year, like a couple of days before, we were all leaving to go home. We said, okay, let's go to Waffle House. So we went up to Waffle House, and we all came clean. That's what the last episode should be.
That would be good.
The episode should be. That's where we have a confessional. That's where we tell a story from our past. Wow.
Do you know? Does each of you know what that story would be if we decided to do that? Do you know what your deepest, darkest story is that you're not going to tell anybody, but if you had to on the last episode of a stupid podcast, you would do it?
That's where I'd pause right there. If it was,
wait a minute, what are we doing?
If I came over to your house, Tom, and I said, hey, and Jody went to sleep, and I said, Tom, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something I never told anybody.
Yeah, I choked the life out of a man.
Right. I buried him in the backyard. No, that would
your
be
backyard.
Yeah, and yours. And you're that man I choked out.
Yeah, what? Twist ending.
No, I think then I would tell you, but I'm not just talking to the two of you. I'm recording this on a podcast.
Right. Even if you change the names, it might not cover everything.
No.
Might not make it okay.
No.
Yeah, you got time.
Yeah.
We've already said
something
too
to think
much.
about. We're only at the Palace Hotel. We got time to think about it.
Yeah.
How we do our grand finale and ruin our lives in the process.
Yeah, a lot could happen between now and this time next year when we finish.
I think it's something to consider.
Oh my heavens, yes.
Well, something to think about. We planted the seed.
Right.
Yeah.
Folks who are listening, go ahead and start conversations. Yeah, start conversations in the listeners' hole.
Yeah. What's the worst thing you think each of us is guilty of? We should get off our chest.
Or who do you think's probably
done anything?
Yeah, who do you think's done the worst thing? Well, you know what? Let's just stop it there.
Let's just stop the show, just so we don't get to such an episode.
Yeah, where you're like, I did.
It doesn't even have to be bad. It could be. It doesn't even have to be bad though. It could be just something that out of character.
Yeah.
It's like
I slapped a stranger for no reason.
Well, stuff like Tom said, he did coke.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
We know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Can't even hold
All right, let's just
Jimmy
stop talking.
John's.
This is not going to help us.
All right.
God damn it!
Let's just.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Let's just do trivia.
I don't feel good anymore. Oh, trivia.
All right, I got to get this going.
Hey, I looked up some Blues Brothers trivia.
Yeah.
I got some Blues Brothers trivia.
Oh, wow.
You
Yeah.
want some
Blues
Blues
Brothers
trivia?
That's good.
Okay. I just found some online. We'll just take a few. Let's do like five questions. Just out of
Par
just kind
five?
of random. Yeah, it's a par 5.
Hmm.
In the sauna, some of these are easy. Some of these are hard. In the sauna, what does Elwood declare he's been all his life? We just saw this.
Exploited.
Exploited.
Been exploited
That's
all
right.
my life.
I
Yeah.
know all about that stuff. I've been exploited all my life.
Yeah, that's good.
According to the Illinois State Police, the Bluesmobile is what make of vehicle?
Oh.
Shitbox Dodge.
Yeah, it is a shitbox Dodge, a
Oh.
1974 shitbox Dodge sedan.
Shitbox. Good one.
Jake Blues and Elwood Blues are handed an unpleasant surprise after playing their first impromptu gig with the reunited band. The club owner informs them that not only will he not be paying the band, but the band actually owes the club owner money. How much money does the band owe the owner?
$100.
First of all, the owner has a name. It's Bob. What? Say who?
$100.
$100.
$100. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, that could have been phrased a lot more succinctly.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that.
I don't know what happened there. Yeah.
After barging into the upscale French restaurant where Mr. Fabulous works, how many orders of shrimp? This is a good question. How many orders of shrimp cocktail does Jake Blues ask the waiter to bring him?
4, 5.
It is 5.
5 shrimp cocktails.
And he
4
also
fried
asks
chickens
for some bread.
Yeah, you get confused with that a little bit.
That's your 4 fried chickens.
Yeah.
And without McIntyre Murphy. How many of them are pretty bad? No, I'm just kidding.
Good.
They're all pretty bad. Okay, the last one. When Elwood Blues is pulled over by the police, he tells his brother, Jake, that the cops probably have SCMODs, an acronym for a particular type of computerized database. What does the C in SCMODs stand for?
County.
God, you're good.
State,
what's the whole thing?
County,
what does SCMOD stand for?
State, county, municipal. Don't tell me that. Data.
Something database.
Offender data system.
Offender data system.
State, county, municipal offender data system.
Data system. Dang.
Yep. And that was trivia.
God damn it.
All right, we'll keep this show high and tight today.
This is I feel good about this.
Yeah,
I also have to go to the bathroom, so it seems like a really, really good idea right now. Not going to the bathroom, but ending the show on time.
All right, let's get those Patreons going.
Oh.
Yeah. I will say I like this interchange between Twiggy and Dan Aykroyd, so I'm excited for the rest of it next time. I think everyone should come back for that. And when I say everyone, I also include, of course, all of our beautiful Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/ditchdiggers. People, the likes of which are just like these people. Mark Mavora, Captain America, Snoke Porterhouse, Porg Snorterhouse, Matt Carson, Scott Bishop, Private Pile, and Bill Turner. That is a current and growing roster of beautiful Patreon people who are supporting the show. And you could be one of those people too. Just do it. You know you want to.
I get it. Bill Turner.
Bill Turner.
Yeah.
Not that mother scratcher.
Not that
Bill
mother
Turner.
scratcher. Bill Parker.
I just got it. Not that mother scratcher.
Did you see that, Tom? We did it.
That was really good. That was good. I like it. Anyway, thank you all. This has been a beautiful adventure.
Spherical object resting in the highway.
And it's not a part of the
Into the car.
Government do take it bad, don't you? We got to do that movie next. Do you ever think about what movie we would do next? And which ones you would love to do, but you know that not everybody would vote for that. Like if you polled everybody listening to this, they wouldn't necessarily vote for your top choice.
Let's not get into it.
Yeah. Anywho, come back next time. We'll still be talking about the Blues Brothers, which is what you're here for anyway. We can all agree on that, except for Dan. But come back next time for the next couple of minutes of the Blues Brothers here on the Blues Brothers Minute.
Hey, you scratched my ankle!